Hello, ITPC. This is Steve, and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. So, the little tickle in my throat became more than just a tickle. I didn't feel good for a couple days. Feeling better now, though. A week later. And, yeah, that's nice to be feeling good again. Smoking my Mark Tinsky billiard. This is, Sandblast golden finish 9mm pipe. This is a really great smoking pipe that I have. But speaking of pipes, so I normally don't look at pipes. I just don't find it very productive when I'm not going to buy anything. But when it comes to being my birthday, I guess sometimes I'm like, if I was going to get pipe, what would I get? And for whatever reason, and certain pipes, I think the EU smoking pipes side is cheaper than the US. And they have better 9mm options sometimes. So I was putzing around and I found a pipe and I decided I had to have it for whatever silly reason that is. So I got a Sir Jacopo pipe. I've never bought one of their pipes before. It is a 9mm. Reveal. There's a pretty sandblast on this pipe. Short little stout. I don't really have a beefy pipe. So it's kind of interesting that I was drawn to this one. I smoked it yesterday and it smoked great. I really like this pipe. It seemed like the silver, which might not show up too great on the camera, had been like waxed over or something. It had like tan film on it. But I think it would be, someone gave the advice. I don't know if it was Silviu in Romania, to just use ash to buff up the silver, and that worked great. So this, I guess, is silver, and then this metal line, 9mm pipe. But I like it. I'm kind of weird about buying pipes. I let myself buy pipes, but I try not to get crazy with it. So usually it's kind of buy 2 pipes in a year. But usually by the end of the year I've already bought my pipes, so I'm only at the beginning of the next year I'm chomping at the bit to buy another pipe. So I guess that's some of that. Anyway, like that pipe. But I'm also smoking a new blend. One of the 10 for 10. 10 blends, 10 smokes. Robert McConnell, Red Virginia. This is kind of like a ready rub. Flake that's rubbed out. Red Virginias are kind of interesting. Some of them just really bite my mouth, sting my mouth. Others were in the past way too tart, tangy. sour. So I really appreciate the other kind of Virginias that are grassy and hay like, um, a little citrus, but more like that. So I haven't tried a lot of red Virginias. I haven't gone cuckoo over them. I also know that they're pretty well loved, and as I continue to grow in my ability to smoke, I want to keep giving these a try. So this one is from, I believe, uh, 2 years ago. I don't know. I looked up the date on these. It doesn't just say them. Yeah, it's from 2021 or 2022, one of those. And yeah, it's it's fine. It's enjoyable. This one is more earthy and um, umami, like food flavors at times. Food like I don't know. I don't know. It has some floralness to it and stuff. But I thought it's nice. Not something I would run and stock up on, but I won't mind smoking through this tin. It was pleasant that it doesn't sting my mouth a bunch. But anyway, this is only started my second smoke on it, so I don't really have much opinion beyond that. Life's been super crazy busy. Just kid activities, things going on. Uh, been good at losing my cool. I don't know. It's not a good thing to be good at, but starting to get ready for leading a church Bible study. So I think I felt pressure with that. My board game group has really kind of fluctuated with people and new people coming that I've never met before. So I guess that's stressful because you want everybody to have a good time and you don't really know kind of what these new people are expecting because we play rather complicated games and it can be a lot for someone to jump into. I think it was a couple weeks ago where someone just said, "Oh, it's my bedtime, 10 o'clock, I gotta leave, bye." Just left in the middle of the game. It's like, okay. So, have to learn to not get so stressed out about things. But, and then this weekend I was gonna do something I haven't been able to do for months. Well, once a month there's a board game group and they focus on the types of games that I like, and it's a nice opportunity to hang out and do it. Um, no other things going on besides my wife being gone, so I was responsible for the kids, but they're fine to stay home alone. But then I was sick, so then I couldn't go. I was too sick to go, so that was a big bummer. So I guess that added on to my moodiness. So I wasn't very good husband this week, I guess, being sick and moody. But hopefully this next week will be better. I looking forward to little men's conference that our church puts on this Saturday. Um, put it on. It's not put on by my church, but we like tune into it. It's out of the church in Milwaukee. I don't know. And they have a bunch of different speakers speak on various topics, and kind of listen to them do some singing too. It's always good. Often challenged by the things they say. Um, Certainly skilled speakers on topics. So hopefully that will be good. It's always a little bit, I feel, weird saying it, but man, weekends are the time to catch up on sleep. I don't get a lot of sleep during the week, but I catch up on it on the weekend. So Saturday, and because of church and having to sing on Sunday, I'm not going to be able to catch up as much as I would like. So it means I'll just have to go to bed earlier on the other nights. But this Friday, I'm taking my son to a youth wrestling tournament, and these things are crazy. I don't know if you've ever been to wrestling tournaments before, but they're long. So this one's supposed to be on a Friday night, so I'm hoping it's not as long as some of these things can be. Because they don't even start until like 6:30, start wrestling. And then they're kind of confusing. This in our state, we use this app, and it's not a very friendly, user-friendly app, so a little bit stressful with that. Um, Other times, some of these people, I mean, you just have everybody checking in individually for these wrestling meets, and you're talking about like hundreds of people, so sometimes the lines to check in are super, super long, and you're like, oh, am I going to miss cutoff times and all this sort of stuff. They're really crazy, so hopefully it will go smoothly. I will be patient. My son will have a good time wrestling. Um, but they're really good opportunities for the kids to learn a lot more about the sport. You can definitely tell the kids that have done all the tournaments every year because they are very good wrestlers. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice that I previously wrestled because sometimes the coaches aren't there, so I'm able to coach my son without having to worry about that. But if you didn't, man, the whole thing would be so stressful because there's so little hand holding with any of it. I remember the first tournament last year that my son went to. That was his first tournament ever. I was super sick. So then my wife had to take him by herself. And she just was calling me crying because she couldn't figure out any of this stuff. And I was just telling her, ask the people around you, ask the people around you. Someone's going to have gone through this before and know exactly how to help you. Which, that's what she did. And someone did tell her everything she needed to know. But I ended up showing up. But man, I was super sick that day. Which I had to give him pep talk because he got poked in the eye or something in his very first match. He was just crying and gotten pinned. Just tears. Had to get him back out there, and things went smoother after that first match. But, whew. Wrestling's kind of a tough sport. One-on-one, and it's very physical. My wife was talking to me about, I think she was hearing about some other kid that did more jiu-jitsu. Completely different rules, but they had signed up for regular wrestling, and she said that some kid was trying to choke out this other kid, and the ref wasn't, which is not legal at all in wrestling. She was like, "Would you go out there and do something?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm like a coach at that point. So yeah, you have to go out there and say, hey, that's illegal. You can't do that. No, it'd be tough. Gotta weave the lanes of crazy parent that's out of their lane to, you know, thoughtful, caring parent that is within within their rights. And that would have been if if ref's not calling illegal moves, the ref doesn't know what they're doing and they need help. So it's right to help them. But anyway, drinking some black tea. Uh, I guess that goes into Randy's giveaway. Want to know your routines? Well, during the winter, I try really dang hard to make tea before I smoke my pipe, and I set out my tobacco while I am making the tea, so it dries out a little bit. Then I sit in this chair, and I'm going to be trying to use the time wisely, and that means probably studying and reading for things that I need to study and read. Other times, I'm using it mostly for relaxing, and I need to relax, and that usually involves me, oddly enough, watching YouTube, but not YTPC usually. Um, I usually watch something that requires a little bit more of my attention that I can't watch when I'm doing other things, and I really enjoy watching other people play these heavy complex games uh, online on YouTube. Other things I do, during summer it's way different. I've started making cold tea so I can drink tea during the summer. Not that hot tea's anything wrong with that, but it's a lot easier to just pour tea into a glass and go. And I just sit on my front porch. It's tucked away pretty well, so the wind's never really much of an issue. The way it's situated, and it's hard for me because a lot of times I have pretty variable time when I can leave work, and I just have a real tendency to just be like, okay, I'm gonna leave work so I can go smoke before supper. Mm. This tobacco is interesting. It's kind of getting spicy, having some almost like cigar characteristics and the flavors and strength. Anyway, other traditions. Well, I always, after my pipe is done, I'm always cleaning the pipe, and that is, I break it down right away without it cooling. Never had an issue. I've heard that 9 mil pipes, maybe the tenon is more flexible, so you run into the issues less. Um, Throw away the filter, clean out this, fold the or I'm saying filter, pipe cleaner, fold the pipe cleaner in half, put some spit on it, clean the surface of the pipe, then I spin it around on the inside, dump it out. That's it. That's about 99% of the maintenance that I ever do on a pipe. It's always tea or water. I never drink another type of drink. I don't drink soda at all, and I don't drink alcohol with pipes. I just have one, it completely overpowers the flavor. Two, I guess alcohol breaks down your saliva, which protects your skin, so you're just more susceptible to bad things of the smoke affecting your mouth. And with all the mouth issues I got going on, I don't need more bad things to happen. That's about it, though. Was just listening to pipemagazine.com's podcast or whatever. And Steph Kane was on there. Haven't listened to the old thing. That's pretty neat. I would. I know that there's been several YTPC people that have been on that over the course of the time that I've been listening rather, and it's pretty interesting, the feeling of being like, oh, I know that person. We're like friends, and they're on the show. But pipe world is pretty small. It feels like big time though. So good job. You did great, Steph. All right. I'm sure I bored you all, but didn't mean to. Just didn't have much to say. So obviously I said way too much for not having much to say. But hope you all have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Talk to you all later.